Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy, Coach Carl, Mr. 57. Wait a minute, Mr. 58 is the new 28. I keep forgetting I had a birthday. Oh boy, what y'all doing around the world today? What's good with y'all? I see y'all lining up. What's up? Who is that right there? Okay, I see you. What's good? It's your boy, Coach Carl. Hey man, I just came back from a 5.5 mile run. Legs is done, but still got work to do. Woo! Yes, sir. Just finished the workout. Just finished the power run. Now, hit the bag for a few minutes. See what the rest of the world look like. Take these gloves off so I can operate. Put these glasses on so I can read. Man, it's nice out here today because it's a little bit nicer than normal. You can do a little bit more than normal. What we got here? Slimeto. I don't know how you say it. Slimeto. Hey, look, I appreciate you being online. You got it. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're right here with us. Virtual King, Virtual Karma. What's good? Yes, sir. What's good with y'all? Y'all see all these leaves back here? Can't wait for the lawn care man to show up. Am I good at the speed bag? I'm good at every bag. Speed bag, double end bag, heavy bag, water bag. All it is control. Hands in control. Woo! You got a fight coming up. How do you keep from being nervous? Training. Believe in your training. Go out there and throw jabs. That's how you move around. That's how you start the fight. Everybody want to think about the plan of the fight. The plan of the fight is based on what the other guy do. So you can't throw a plan. You can't have a plan until you know what he gonna do. So go out there and move around, throw a jab or two, and then let it work its way in. Trust me, when you get hit, knock the nerves out of you. Do you mix elbows into the combinations? Yeah, if you're doing MMA. What's up, Minnesota? Yeah, if you want to throw MMA, I don't never know. I'm not outside just to do boxing. I'll be doing all kinds of stuff. I'll be doing MMA, I'll be doing jiu-jitsu, but when it's time to train for boxing, I train strictly for boxing. But when it's time to train for fighting, everything matters. Woo! Gotta love it when a plan come together. I like throwing a bunch of punches, because you're going to have that. Another KO. Hey, look, I like to flood people with punches, because they don't think you can throw that many. They say he going to get tired soon, so they going to cover up and block, waiting on you to get tired soon. Hey, look, I appreciate it. Whatever your name is, say, I don't defend when I attack. This is a bag you ain't got to defend. Hey, look, trust me, because I ain't never been beat. Don't mean I'm stupid. It means I'm smart. When you throwing that many punches, I got a little trick for y'all. I like when guys see me throw a whole barrage of punches, and they say, but you're not blocking. Let me tell you something about a real fighter. When you throw a whole barrage of punches, you ain't got to block. He blocking. I'm not giving him time to breathe. He like this, trying to keep from me hitting him. I'm hitting him everywhere I can think. As soon as he move a hand, I'm gonna hit him there. That's what hand-eye coordination and speed do. But for those that don't know how to box, they think every time I throw a punch, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. That's for the amateurs. Talk about being an amateur. Ha! Ah! 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 Where you gonna put a punch in there, homie? Where you gonna put a punch in there? Ah! 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 Woo! Ain't no place to put no punch. That's for the suckers. Only suckers think sucker stuff. Y'all know how it go. Y'all been on my channel before. Only suckers think sucker stuff. When I taught karate, I had a guy one time, he kept asking me, he said, Coach, when you kick somebody, what if they do this? Coach, when you hit somebody, what if they do this? I said, stop worrying about what they're gonna do and just hit them. Just kick them. He kept worrying about what everybody else was gonna do. Just like this previous text messenger. He worried about what everybody else gonna do. When you're a real fighter, you only see the fight one way, the offensive way. Ain't no defense, because I'm coming straight at you. Ain't no ducking and dodging. I'm gonna make you live up to your status. If you got one, I'll make you live up to it. All these fighters think they can come out there and determine how the fight gonna go by how I'm gonna bob and weave and I'm gonna do all this. You ain't gonna have a chance, because I'm gonna come out there and it's gonna be a fight from the gate, from the whistle. I can throw 100+ punches around from the whistle. How you gonna block? When you gonna have a chance to throw a punch back? You not, because I'm gonna chase you down and beat you down and you ain't gonna have a chance to throw a punch back. That's what real boxing is. Real boxing ain't what you see on TV where everybody get to dance around. You got 3 minutes if you're an amateur fight. You got 3 minutes. Make the 3 minutes count. I'm gonna throw punches 2 minutes and 59 seconds. The only second I'm not gonna throw a punch is when the man ringing the bell and I gotta come out the corner. So, with that being said, let the suckers be suckers. Let them be suckers. Ah, 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 ah. Everybody think they got time to set up a fight. You don't got time to set up a fight. There's no such thing as setting up a fight, because you don't know what the other guy gonna do. I've seen a lot of guys climb in the ring and get to dancing around, and all of a sudden the other guy come forward, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. All the stuff he thought he could do, he can't do. You know why? Because they didn't give him a chance. They didn't give him a chance. The whole goal is to train like you want to beat a guy down, not like you want to pace it out. You pace it out when you get in the ring. But out here on this bag, you train. I ain't worried about having my hand down. Hey, look. Hey, look. I wish I was talking to some real pros out there, but I know there's some non-pros out there. But just for the record, I had a lot of guys tell me, they said, look, man, why you hold your hands right here instead of up higher? I said, because I ain't afraid to get hit. I ain't gonna get hit. That's the bottom line. My hands are right here for a reason, because I can see what's coming on my peripheral. I can always duck. I can always block, right? But why have your hands up here? Those guys are scared. I ain't scared. I'm like a Marine, bro. I ain't got time, because I don't bring my hand back. You don't think I know this little bit is open? I'm waiting for you to come over here and get it. Come get it, homie. Come get it. And watch how quick I change angles on you. Come get it. Come on, y'all. Real boxers know what real boxing is. Because real boxers are real fighters. Then you got the internet. Ah, 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 ah. Woo! Sometimes you gotta fool them. You think you're gonna throw a punch? Don't throw one. Good morning. Fighting. OJ San. US. Don't be scared. We all friends here. My favorite current boxer. I don't have a favorite current. I got a few. I like Terrence Crawford. I like the Monster. I like Devin Haney. I like Shakur. I like Keyshawn Davis. I'm going to attack on your leg. Hey, look, I got great leg work. Great. I'm a kicker before anything else. I was kicking before I was punching. Footwork is paramount. You got to have footwork. That's why they don't see you coming. Redream 3R. Love you too. Haney and Boots. That'll be a good fight. Real talk. David Perrin. David Perron. David. However you say it. From Brazil. Appreciate you being up here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all go look at my video that I posted earlier this morning and talk about why fighters duck fighters. What's the purpose of ducking a fighter, waiting for later, when you can have them now? Huh? Y'all feel me? What's the purpose of waiting? They set these fights up for 5 years from now. Don't set it up for 5 years from now. Set it up for right now. What are your thoughts on Tyson versus Paul? It's a good fight. And the reason why is because Tyson Fury don't care. He just in it for the money. And Tyson Fury. Jake Paul don't care. He in it for the money. But he also in it for the boxing skills. So he's trying to show y'all that it came up. What happens if he lose? It's just another fight. What's happening if he win though? He's a contender, a real contender. And Tyson and your boy, you said Tyson versus Paul. What's the boy name? Anthony Joshua. It's Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. I hope you know that. That's the way they've been looking at it. And Anthony Joshua, excuse me. I gotta get some water. Hold up. Says the fight is supposed to be, according to the records, it's supposed to be Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. That's the fight that they said is on the horizon. They said they got a contract in negotiations. Now, I don't know how that's going to work out, but they say they got one in negotiations. Now, if that's the case, Anthony Joshua is a great boxer, but hey, look, it is what it is. And Aaron Pryor was a beast. Aaron Pryor was so much of a beast that people ducked him. Peace and blessings. Bree Power, appreciate it. What's up, Coach Bloody Murder? Hey, look, I like that name, dog. Tips for inside fighting. The taller guys. You got to get to them. You got to get to them. Inside fighting. What you do to get to the inside, you got to do a lot of this. You got to get in there. But once you get in there, stay there. Stay here. Hands right here. Keep them closed in the middle. Don't worry about what he's going to throw on the outside because he's like a T-Rex. He got short arms when you're up close to him. So when you're on the inside, keep doing this. Keep working. Throw an uppercut. Hooks. Hooks. Change angles. Because when you want to get down the center, his guard is like this. When you want to get down the center, change. Turn. You right here. Glue to him. Glue to him. Only step back. Bang. 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 That's what you do, but you got to glue to him. When he move, you move. If he move, you move. If he move, you move. Stay close, because if you don't stay close and you allow that arm to stretch out, he's going to kill you. He's going to take you out. Hello from India. What's good? 1123. That used to be a good combination for me back in the day, player. Have a great day, champ. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, look, you think Joshua will lay him out, but Joshua's not as good as you think Joshua is. Joshua been fighting some bums, dog. He been fighting some bums. Let's keep it 100. He been fighting bums. He's not as good as you think he is. And Jake Paul is not as good as you think he is, which makes it a great fight. It's going to be a better fight than you think. Anthony Joshua, when he lost to the little short Mexican dude, he showed everybody in the world what he was made out of. When he ducked Deontay Wilder for about 2 years, he showed everybody what he was made out of. Don't make him into something he not. He not the champ. Just because he making money, don't make him the champ. It just means he making money. Just because he had the belts, don't make him the champ. He ain't fighting Usyk. He ain't fighting none of those guys. He ain't fighting nobody that can actually be a good fight for him. He fighting a bunch of guys that you can find driving a cab down the street during the daytime. Learn how to throw a punch hard, but not have to pull it back too far. So you won't be that. I don't want to have to pull a punch back here to make it work. So I learned how to keep it tight. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Therefore you can and not pull your hand too far back. When you pull your hand too far back, you lose that leverage of being able to throw those combinations. That's how you do this. Keep as tight as you can. Don't let all this out. Keep it right there. Keep them tight. You open them up too wide, even though the punch gonna hurt, it's never gonna get there. It's never gonna land. Because you will see this coming. But you can't see this as fast. You feel me? Move this thing up. I don't think it'll be moving up. Yeah, let's see. Yes, sir. Matt something. Matt something. Hey, look, I appreciate it, dog. I appreciate you being up here. Real talk. Say Bone Thugs and Harmony signed an album deal with Conor McGregor. Hey, look, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Wishbone is the son of a guy that I know from Cleveland. Vic, what's good, my man? One, 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Somebody. Yeah, Andy, hey, look, you said it. Bree Power, Andy Ruiz exposed AJ. And everybody was laughing. The whole world laughed at the same time. You know why? Because he was a monster before he fought him. He looked like he was built. He looked like he was about it. But we realized that muscle don't make a fighter, bruh. Muscle don't make a fighter. I seen some of the skinniest guys in the world take people out. Let's see. Inside fighter tips for taller fighters. You don't want to be an inside fighter if you're a taller fighter. Let me explain to you why. If you're a taller fighter than your opponent, you got longer reach. That means you can keep your opponent back. I don't understand why tall guys want to bang. When you bang, you right here. That allows the other guy to be right here. So you taking just as much risk as he taking. So why not be a long fighter? If you long, be long. Be long. Then stay out there. And the bottom line is, every time you close in and do this and you bend your arms, he's standing right here. That's the only way you can hit him. And if that's the case, then you allow him to hit you at the same time. You ever seen a game at the amusement park? It was a game at the amusement park, and it's called Whack-A-Mole, where the little animal comes out and you hit him on top of the head with the hammer. Well, that game is reminiscent of how you should fight if you're a taller fighter. If you're a taller fighter, keep him at the end of your reach. Be way out here. Don't even bring your hands up to here. See how my hands are close to my face? Don't do that. Hold your hands out here like this. Make him stand either another foot back so that you can fight like this. Right? Bang, twist that hip. Bang, bang, bang. Keep it long hook. Bottom line is, you don't want him to come in your space. Keep him out of your space. You have a better chance of winning the fight that way. Usyk beat him 2 times. Usyk beat a lot of people 2 times. Usyk's a beast. Glitsko, come on, man. You know how old Glitsko is? Glitsko shit ain't still been in the ring. Glitsko had so many years of fighting in the amateurs and in the pros that by the time he got to the pros, he was already halfway done. That's why they ran through the pros so quick and got out of there. So by the time you beat a Glitsko, you ain't beat nobody. It's like saying you beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao been in the game for about 40 years. I mean, by the time you beat him, he's not the same. He's a shell of himself. Hey, look. Like Anthony Joshua came back and beat Ruiz the second time. You know how he beat him? Because Ruiz made that money and stayed in the donut shop. And he gained that weight back. All that weight that he lost, he started gaining it back. Ruiz was more into buying that Bentley that he bought and out shopping, buying Rolex watches because he ain't never made that much money before. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to put him right back in the ring with the guy for a rematch. And what did Anthony Joshua do? Y'all remember the rematch? All he did was run. Anthony Joshua ran. And Ruiz didn't want to chase him. That's how you beat a guy. Ruiz wasn't in shape. Anthony Joshua knew that, so he just ran around the ring. He tried to hit him on the run. Man, Anthony Joshua is not worth this conversation. Let's pick on somebody else. I'm not going to keep picking on him. Like Errol Spence hooks everybody, every punch. Errol Spence was the man. Clearly the man. Until, if he would have just fought Terrence Crawford without all the hoopla and all the yap, it would have been a good fight. And he would have won or lost, and we would have just carried it on. But what did he do? He spent all that time talking about how Terrence Crawford ain't on the same level he on. Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody, blah, blah, blah. And then he gave him a fight, gave him this much money, and he had this much money. Guess what? He got dragged around the ring like the dude was walking a dog. It was nothing that Errol Spence can do, and Errol Spence ain't got it back right yet. He trying to come back and fight. Who he gonna fight? He can't fight down in the lower level. And if he fought in the higher level, he can't beat nobody in the higher level. So what happens? You go ahead and call it a day. Your mouth cast a check that your behind couldn't. Your mouth cast a check, wrote the check that your behind couldn't cash. You know what I'm saying? Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Teach us a clean hook. Oh, it's different types of hooks. There's different types of hooks. First is there's a short hook. The thing about throwing a hook is it's an elbow, right? You don't open up the elbow. If you open up the elbow, it's not a hook. So when you have your hands right here and you want to throw a clean hook, you lean a little bit and then you come back. You don't go outside of your body. This is my body right here. I throw the hook right here. I don't go outside of my body. So in other words, when you throw the hook, it's bang, it's stopping. So when you're practicing it, you stand here, I'm facing the guy. I lean, I throw, pow. That's like that. Bow, hand up. Bow, just like that. That's a clean hook. You land that hook, I don't care if you throw it with this fist or you throw it with this fist. If you land the hook, it's gonna hurt. Plain and simple. What's up, man? Hey, look, what's up with you, homie? Yeah, Ruiz is a lesson for all fighters. Don't let it go to your head. That's what he did, man. I'm 100. He bought a Bentley. He didn't have a Bentley before then. He bought that Bentley, man. He started hanging out. He was pulling up in a posse. Everybody got on diamonds. Then he had to fight again. Hey, look, man, come on, dog. You know what the deal is. Butterbean was the man. Butterbean was the man. He was just, hey, look, until he won't. Everybody's the man until they not. Let's say, Cody Grimes. I'm 27, no kids, single, financially stable. Oh, you doing good, bro. I read your whole thing. Cody Grimes, you doing good. Keep pushing. Hey, look, it's a few people out here like that. It's a few people. Don't have no mess with them. Hey, look, all the mess I done had, man, I'm trying to do something different. Hey, look, plain and simple. I'm trying to do something different. All right, look, I done learned the game, bro. And I learned I spent too much money and too much time on things that don't matter. Now I'm trying to change the whole game, bro. You said, Busy Bone was your neighbor in West Covina. Hey, look, them boys used to get it on, man. When they first came out, I liked them and Twister. Twister was phenomenal. Man, I don't compete no more. Somebody asked me if I could beat Conor in an MMA fight, MMA match. I don't fight no more, man. I'm 58 years old, bro. My fighting days is over. I have no injuries, never been injured, never been hurt, but I ain't stupid either. I do realize that age does mean something. Just because I can come out here and beat a bag up and I can defend myself in the street pretty, and I'm in good shape, don't mean I'm going to go out here and try to compete against somebody just for crap and giggles. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? He kept, yeah. I just sparred and avoided getting hit, and I got more hits than last time. That's what I'm talking about. Jamie, you doing good. It's all about the game. It's all about the game. Now, next time you spar, don't mind getting hit. Just learn how to counter off the hit. So hold your hands up, right? And if he throwing a certain shot, catch it, and then throw a shot back. So if he throwing a hook, and you see him trying it earlier, hold your hands here. And when you see him throw that hook from over here, lean into the hook. Let the hook hit your glove. As soon as it hit it, throw yours back. You'll catch him before he bring his hand back. Time it. If you catch a guy throwing a straight shot and you block with this hand, you parry it, you block it like this, you block it down. So if he throw a straight shot, you block it down. When you block it down, don't undo your arm. Keep your arm bent. Block it down like this and then come right over it. So be like, pop, pat. That's how you learn how to get hit and hit back at the same time. Remember, you can always rewind this video. That is at 28 minutes. 28 minutes. When I put this video on live, 28 minutes. Go back and watch what I told you all over again. Remember what I said? He right here. You catch him throwing a big shot. If you catch him throwing a shot and you can turn and block it, keep your hands up, block it, come back. Throw a shot, block it, come back. If you throw a jab, palm it. Don't undo your arm, because if you palm it like this, you won't have nothing to punch with. So you got to palm it here. You got to palm it with your arm bent so you can bang. So it's like bow, bow. It's like bow, just like that. Anytime TV, anytime television, what's good with you? He's a runner, he's a track star. Exactly. So let's talk trash about Jake. You can't talk trash about a guy worth over $40 million unless I got over $40 million. The brawl at the hall. You gotta let me know what it's on. What network it's on. Opinion on Tank as a fighter. Who you got between Devin and Bryan? My opinion on Tank as a fighter, I watched him in the amateurs. I had a team that fought in the same LBC that they fought in. Tank was a beast. I seen him come back a lot of times from a lot of bad fights. He be getting beaten, all of a sudden that left hand never let him down. But as a fighter now, I mean, Tank got too many distractions. Unfortunately, that's the way life is. Life give half of y'all $10 million and you're going to have too many distractions. What did Biggie Smalls say? More money, more problems. You get more money, you meet more girls. You get more girls, you get more stuff. You get more stuff, you get more trouble. That's how the game go. Now, as far as Devin Haney and Brian Norman, I want y'all to answer this question with a question. Brian Norman has been known for having power, been known for tracking people down, been known for banging up bodies, right? But I want you to look at who he fought, and I want you to tell me which one of them was a top 2 fighter. None of them. Then I want you to look at Devin Haney, and I want you to say what Devin Haney has done in his career. He undefeated too. Everybody like to think about Devin Haney losing to a steroid-using boxer, but that ain't the same thing. Anybody can lose to a steroid-using boxer if it's only 2%. They say it's 2% left in it by the time they tested him, but how much was in him before they tested him? How much was in him when he was training? How much confidence did he gain by it? How much strength did he gain by it? How much speed did he gain by it? And so there goes the end result. He won the fight, but he cheated. That's why it's called cheating for a reason. Now, look at Devin Haney's list of fighters. George Kambosos Jr., Linares, Lomachenko. Those are just named 3. And he fought Kambosos twice and beat him twice in his own hometown. So when you talk about Brian Norman knocking out somebody quick and body work and all that, you think about who he fought. And that will give you the answer of who you think should win. Say you can never smell a room through a phone so much. Hey man, it's peaceful out here. Don't smell nothing but greenery out here. Lamont Roach versus Gary Russell Jr. Who you got? Gary Russell Jr. Look, Lamont Roach is good, but he ain't great. Gary Russell Jr. got a history of being great. He's like an old star. You can't. It's like dealing with a pimp. You can't beat a pimp. An old pimp still got a backhand, and Gary Russell still got a backhand. Lamont Roach was a young buck sparring in Gary Russell's gym against his younger brothers. You're not gonna beat Gary Russell. No, he's not gonna beat him. Javante couldn't beat Gary Russell. That's why they don't choose to fight Gary Russell. It's the reason why they're letting Gary Russell get older, because they don't want to fight him. It's the case of the Ducks, bruh. Everybody ducking them because they can't fight him. Advice on fighting and moving right as orthodox. Advice, it's the same as moving left. You just, hey, look, there's nothing needs to happen different. When you think about being in a ring is square, but they call it the squared circle for a reason. You learn to go left and you learn to go right. The only thing that you are trying to prevent from doing when you're moving around the ring is crossing your legs. That's the only thing. So if I'm way out here and I'm moving, all right, if I'm moving like this, right, I'm not crossing my legs. If I go that way, I can't move with the front foot first. Otherwise, I'm crossing my legs. So I move with the back foot first. So it's like this. That's the only thing in fighting. The whole goal is to hold your hands up, to not bend down, and to never cross your legs. If I step backwards, I can't move the front foot first because it's going to cross over the back foot. I step with the back foot first, just like this. When I move forward, I step with the front foot first. If I were to pivot to go that way, I turn, step. Pivot to go that way, I step across, and I turn. Because the whole goal, remember, is not to do what? Not to cross your legs. As long as you remember that, you'll always know everything about how to move around the ring. Bridget Hines says, I talk a lot, why? I'm going to give you an educated answer to a non-educated question. You asked me, why do I talk a lot? This is a live stream. I can't hear y'all talking. So if I ain't talking, y'all just sitting here looking at me. So how stupid would that be? So, Bridget, take your under 21-year-old self and go make some pies up. Because you're not a trainer and you're not a boxer. That's why you asked me a dumb question. Can you show us how to do a Roy Nelson overhand? I don't know who Roy Nelson is. An overhand is just an overhand. There's nobody that does anything special to any punch. There's no, like my man said back in the day, there's no reinventing the wheel. If it's an overhand, it's an overhand. I don't care who threw it. It could be your grandmama, your grandmother, your grandfather, or me. It's an overhand. The only statistics in throwing an overhand is to bend down and loop the hand over yourself coming down. So basically, I'm from here and I'm gonna throw an overhand. I step in, look down, got this hand right here, and this hand comes up and over. Boom. And you gotta practice it on the bag, because if you don't, you won't know what it feels like when you land it. I'm not talking about when it hit the person. I'm talking about how all this is gonna function when you hit something. The bottom line is, I've seen a lot of guys throw an overhand and tear their shoulder out because they ain't throw the punch right. What up, Smooth Speller? Yeah, Rose got robbed by Tank, because Tank did the same thing that Anthony Joshua did when he fought Ruiz. He underestimated Roach. Tank knew Roach from back in the amateurs and thought he was the same fighter. And guess what? He won't. YouTube, November the 22nd, Pacific Coast. I'm getting ready to do that, right? I just screenshot it so I can hold on to it. All right, let's see. I appreciate all the subscribing. Make sure y'all keep subscribing to my channel. Make sure y'all keep leaving comments. And Slimeto, S-L-I-M-E-T-O, they robbed Loma versus Devin. We all kind of figured that. But the reality was, he still won the fight. He had to be at least in the fight to win the fight. I'm not saying he won the fight, because I like Lomachenko and I think they did rob him. I think Lomachenko got robbed a few times, but that's the story for another day. Are you in the hood? No, I'm not in the hood. This is nowhere near being in the hood. I pay too much to live out here. I just started boxing. Any advice for fast improvements? No. Boxing is not something you learn fast. You learn how to drive a car fast. You learn how to ride a bike fast. Boxing, it's too many rules to boxing. There's too many things that can happen in a ring, because boxing is just not about, people think boxing is just about climbing in the ring and throwing punches. Boxing is a whole lot more than climbing in the ring and throwing punches. Boxing is strategy. It's like karate. You can't learn karate fast. The thing that learn about boxing, the number one thing I should tell people to learn is how to block. How to block, how to get way out of the way of punches, how to get close, what being close means. When you are further back, you get peppered. Further back, you get hit with a lot of shots. The best place to be in a boxing ring is close enough where you can throw a shot where the guy can't extend his arms all the way out. So the bottom line is, you got to be up on his grill. That's the best place to be. And if you're going to be out there, have a strategy for being out there, because he can't come and get you. So the best thing to do is learn how to block. And please use the gift that your mama gave you when you was a child. She taught you how to hug. Hug him if it gets too thick. If he's throwing too many punches and you can't get out of the way, learn to hug him. Hey, look, Bree Power, that's the nature of the game. You already know that when you start becoming popular, that you're going to have more haters than you have likers. The goal for me is to not pay attention to too many of the haters and answer the questions from the people that's making the most sense. And I have a policy. It's called, this is a sucker-free channel. So if you start talking like a sucker, I get rid of you. If I temporarily get rid of you the first time, and if you keep doing the same thing, I realize you don't want to be here, I get rid of you altogether. But the bottom line is, you know, it's kind of like that. You dealing with people, more stupid people than you dealing with smart people. JP, I appreciate it, dog. Say Roy Nelson is a heavyweight from the UFC. Okay, I got you. Thank you, brother, for your patience and expertise. Hey, look, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate y'all dealing with whatever we dealing with. But if I see some crap up here, you know I'm going to get rid of it. Yep, you're going to leave yourself exposed when you throw an overhand. Not only that, you leave yourself exposed anytime you throw any punch. That's why the goal of throwing a punch is to throw it hard, mean, and fast. That if I leave myself exposed, but I hit you in the process, then one of us going to have to take an L, and it ain't going to be me, because I'm going to throw that punch with what they call it, with bad intentions. He say, Philip Gage say, yeah, hey look, he did all of that. He just, Ruiz had a ball after he won that fight because he never won nothing that big and had that much money. Boxing takes time to master. You are 100% correct. People always asking me, am I gay? But I'm hoping that you're asking me that because you think I'm cute. Because that's the only reason why you should. Asking somebody is they gay, asking you who do you sleep with when you go in the bedroom. That should be private, shouldn't it? I wouldn't ask nobody that question. But if you know anything about me, then you already know the answer to that question. Huh. But people just ask stupid questions. They just wanted to be recognized. Hey, look, I ain't mad with you. I like MMA. Eubank or Ben. Man, I think Ben should have won it the first time. But I like Ben. I like him better than I like Eubank. But Eubank, right, you got to remember, he had to sweat himself down. Y'all saw the video. He had to sweat himself down to make weight. So he might not be in the same shape. We'll see. And do I have any restrictions, choices, or advice on eating clean? Yeah. Eat stuff that don't have a lot of sugar. Because sugar is the enemy. It will go to your belly. It will cause diabetes. It will have you have high blood pressure. You'll be in a whirlwind of crap. So stay out the sugar. I'm vegan, so I don't worry about a whole lot of sugar because I don't eat a lot of things that come out of packs. I eat salads, vegetables, fruit, and nuts. And I drink plant-based protein. But my advice to anybody looking to eat clean is just eat real food. It's not hard to eat real food. You can eat chicken if you're not vegan. You can eat chicken, you can eat steak, you can eat vegetables, you can eat sweet potatoes, white potatoes, anything that's real food, anything that is real food. Stuff that's in packs like tater chips, cookies, that's not real food. That's just stuff that tastes good. It ain't gonna kill you, but it's stuff that tastes good. It might kill you over the long haul. Thoughts on training jiu-jitsu and boxing at the same time? Man, I trained a whole lot of stuff at the same time. That's how I got to the level that I'm at right now. But do it, man, do it. As long as it doesn't, one thing, because you got to remember, if one thing hurts another thing, then you need to slow down. So you don't want sore legs and you got to box because you've been kicking so much. Stay blessed, brother. Love from Iceland. What's good with you? I lost 30 pounds cutting out sugar out of my diet. There we go. If you take sugar, if you can knock sugar down, if you can read every pack of everything you eat and you take sugar and knock it down to no more than 40 grams of sugar per day. If you can do less than 40, do less than 40. But if you can do no more than 40 grams of sugar a day, you'll get yourself in better shape. And congratulations on losing that 30 pounds. I'm sure you are now where you want to be at. Hey, look, I tell people all the time, I lost 60 pounds in 60 days. I wasn't gung-ho. I was like a Marine soldier in the woods. I wasn't eating barely nothing. I was eating all the right foods, and I wasn't vegan then. So I had a small diet, and I just tasted the food. I don't know what it tasted like, but I tasted it. And in 60 days, I knocked everything down. And in the next 60 days, I had a six-pack. I don't know how that happened because I wasn't expecting a six-pack to be up under here. You get scared when you spar. Any advice? Yeah, spar somebody that's not as good. Look for the guy in the room. There's always a guy in the room that's not as good. Stop letting the guys that are better invite you into the ring. Got to remember, a lot of people are getting brownie points. And when they invite you into the ring, guess what they're doing? They got that phone out because they want you. They say, hold your hands up, man. Hold your hands. They want to make it look like a real fight when they knock you out or when they hurt you. So spar somebody that don't have as much skill. I always tell people, let your coach put your hands up and just let your coach tap you with the pads, and you learn how to block. And have him tap you and then have him hold the pad. So if he tap you, and then all of a sudden you block it, and then have him hold the pad for you to hit it. So it's like, bam, hit the pad. Okay, pop, pop, pop. When you throw a shot, move. That's how you get good at it. That's why boxing is a long-term sport. You don't learn it overnight, but you do learn it. But getting hit ain't easy. But when you're just going out there getting hit by somebody that's just throwing haymakers at you, that's even worse because it takes away your confidence. That's why your coach should allow you to only spar fighters that are on the same level you on so that y'all can have a fair exchange. And don't let it become a fight because it's no trophy and there's no money involved in sparring. So learn. It's a real learning session. Gina Faye says hard to be fit. It is. Trust me. Hey, look, I spent a whole lifetime of being in tip-top shape. And then at 40 years old, when I opened up a boxing gym and I ended up with way more students than I thought I was going to, I thought I was going to have like 50 or 60 students. And I had my sons, I was prepared to work that angle. And then I turned around and had 131 students. So you know what my inside of my building looked like, a mess. And I had no time to work out. I had time to teach other people. So from 40 to 46, stomach poked out a little bit. I was 201 pounds and wasn't in the best shape of my life. And then I woke up one day and decided I couldn't deal with it no more. So then I decided it's time to change the game. I started with a 30-minute workout and a 30-minute walk. And I started eating better. And I started watching the weight fall off. And then I started getting crazy. And now my workout's 3.5 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't sleep at night if I'm thinking about working out. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is thank God for tapping me on the shoulder, and then I climb out of bed and I go to make it happen. I'm addicted to working out just like some people are addicted to drugs. This is my drug. I walk every day. I run every day. I bike a couple of days. When I ride the bike, it's 10 miles minimum. When I walk, it's 3 to 5. When I run, it's 5 miles minimum. I just came back from 5.6 miles today, along with a 3.5 hour training session. So you gotta do the work. I ain't saying that everybody's supposed to have a 3.5 hour training session, because that is idiotic. I don't even know how I got there. I think what happened to me is I started doing something, and then somebody told me about something else, and I started doing that, but I never let go of what I was doing already. So now I got this crazy long workout, but it's fun to me because I don't have nothing else to do all day but get in shape and get in the best shape of my life. And now I can teach from what I've actually learned myself. Well, ProTech talked about not having any training, but been in a few scraps and hard to close the distance. It is hard to close the distance because no one ever taught you how. And the only way you're gonna learn how to close the distance is to be taught or to learn it in the process of being in the scrap. So yeah, being in the scrap is gonna be hard because you scrapping in an art that you don't know quite fully. So you gotta learn it so you can know a little bit more about it so you'll know how to make it all work together. It is hard to be fat. Trust me. It's hard you know why it's hard? Because you're looking at high blood pressure, you're looking at high cholesterol, you're looking at diabetes, you're looking at a source of other things like cancer. All of that stuff comes from too many things inside your body. Also, you wake up in the morning, it's hard getting out of bed. Your feet hurt because it's hard standing up. You are carrying this weight. You have bad knees, you have bad back, you have a headache. All of this stuff, it's hard, but it's easier to be in shape. So basically, get in shape, and once you get in shape or start getting in shape, all of that stuff will start going away. And then you in control. This is your life. Remember, the health is the one thing that we all control, our health. Nobody else controls your health. You do. Plant sugar from fruits is okay, but I don't suggest you eat a whole lot of it because it's still going to have an effect. So they always used to say, an overabundance of anything is bad for you. An overabundance of sex is bad for you. An overabundance of alcohol is bad for you. If you drink too much water, you can get drunk on water. It can hurt your body. Everything. So you have to do everything in moderation. So with that being said, I wouldn't eat 2 bananas a day, but at the same time, I'd eat a banana. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. I'm having a good conversation with a whole lot of people, and I want to make sure that we can continue this on another day. Right about now, I got 27% left on this phone. So what I need y'all to do is make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, hit the like button, let everybody know on the algorithm that y'all support the channel, and let's keep this thing popping. Let's see. That's why overhand. It seems like overhand. Got a lot of power, but got to remember, what happens when a guy's in a fight against a guy that he can't beat? He starts swinging him from anywhere, and then he gets tagged. That's usually what's going to happen to you. I wouldn't suggest you use that to get close to people. I suggest you use movement to get close to people. Even in jiu-jitsu, you be here, and they get to you, they come in like this, right? So you got to do that. You got to come in. You got to figure out how to come in. Man, I can't think of a big boxing bout on the horizon. I'm more casual hardcore fan. Doesn't seem like there's any big up and coming fights. Ben and Eubank in UK, grudge fight, not elite. But David Benavidez is fighting Anthony Yard this weekend, and then you got Shakur Stevenson about to fight Teofimo Lopez. So then you got Pitbull about to fight Pitbull about to fight Lamont Roach. And then you got the Monster. He got a fight coming up against a guy that's pretty good. So it's a couple of fights coming up. But you know, just because they ain't big names don't mean it won't be big fights. So you 62 and go to the gym five times a week. I got a gym in my house, and that's great, yo. I got a gym in my house. I work out 3.5 hours, 7 days a week. I don't know no other way to do it. But I look at it like this. It's 24 hours in a day. And if I use 4 of them for myself, then y'all can have the other 20. Motivating me to get some training. Wish there was more people like yourself teaching it. Hey, look, man, it is. But they're hard to find. There are not a whole lot of good guys out there showing themselves. But they're out there. My thing is, watch the videos. I got 1,400 plus videos on this channel. I'll show you how to get close. Should Muay Thai fighters train boxing? No, it's a different style. They gonna hit you with them elbows. They don't need to throw them hands. Their hands is hard, but they're gonna hit you with them elbows and they're gonna kick your legs out. They're gonna knee you and kick you. Yo, they look, I wouldn't do it. I just keep training in Muay Thai. Muay Thai is undefensible. Ben Almond, I just want you to know, I got to see you in a few. Say 3.5 minutes does you. It does a lot of people. That's why you gotta. If you are basically wearing yourself out in 3.5 minutes, that means you don't have a lot of cardio. That's what the running, the walking, and the jumping rope is for. It'll prolong that. Oh, you said if the wife is lucky. Oh, well, that too. Hey, look, keep pushing. Literally. Now, you know what it is? I'm going to give you some real good advice. You know why it's only 3.5 minutes? Because it's right here. It's in your mind. You're already thinking about the end. You're thinking about how great the end's going to be. So in your mind, you're killing your game. And you're killing her game. So if you want to do a little bit better for her, then stop thinking about what you're doing and just do it. Don't try to get caught up in the moment. Prolong the process. There's a lot of ways to learn how to prolong the process, but the number one way is stop thinking about what it's going to do for you until you figure out what it's going to do for her, if that makes any sense to you. I'm trying to talk in code for people that ain't paying attention to this conversation, but bruh, you can't go in there thinking, I'm the man and I'm going to get this and I'm going to be done. Because if that's the case, then she didn't get nothing and she ain't done. So that can't last so long. I've been married for 34 years. I can tell you that won't last that long before she starts looking for somebody else that can go 3.5 minutes twice. So don't be in that situation. I'm telling you now, get your mind out of the game. This is the one thing you should do without thinking about it. Because if you start visioning all this stuff that's happening, then you're going to be done in a few minutes. How many push-ups can I do? Man, I don't even know. The last time I did a video was 103. I did a video about a year ago. I did 147. I mean, I could do 100 in a set, so it's no big deal. But I don't know how many more past 100. I never had a reason to go too much past 100. But I do 200 push-ups a day. So the way I do my push-ups is I do 50. I take a 30-second break, and then I do 50. But I do it 4 times. So I fixed my popping knees. I started going hard on my leg workouts this year. Hey, look, be careful, because remember, the knees don't have a muscle. They just got tendons and bones and joints. So basically take care of your knees, because once they go, they gone. So don't do too much. You ain't got to do too much heavy. Just do enough to keep working. Raw Talk, salute. What's good with you? The key to life is balance. I understand that. J Boogie 510. Good to see you up here. Hey, look, I'm glad you subscribed, and I hope that whatever I show you could be you in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? I'm 58 years old. and I'm in the best shape of my life. So with that being said, hey, look, I'm trying to encourage other people to know this feeling. Too many people that I know that are 58 years old don't know this feeling. They in pain. They got headaches, their back hurt, their legs hurt, they can't walk, they can't run, they can't crawl. You know what I'm saying? They eat wrong and they heavy and they got a whole lot of stuff they're going through. And I would rather spend my time, my energy, and my money in the world than in the hospital. Protect, you welcome. Is Tyson overrated? Holy better resume. You mean Holyfield? Better resume? I think you're talking about Tyson, Mike Tyson. I don't think he overrated. I think he was a beast when he was a beast. Now I think people still want him to be the beast that he used to be, but he not. It's not his fault. Age. And then you got to remember, he had a social life too. He was spending, the boy had about 300, 400 million in the bank, and he was spending money. And because he was spending money and doing all the things that he was doing, yeah, it's going to be a bad day. How you feel about Gervonta Davis turning down that fight? Gervonta Davis got so much stuff going on in his life that I don't think he even thinking about what a fight would do for him. And Joseph Frost, I appreciate you being up here. The monster. I wonder how many weights he can move up. That's where Pacquiao was so special. I mean, he might move up. I mean, you never know. Pacquiao was just a different animal, and the time was different. But the monster, he's a beast. I mean, and right now, I don't want him to move up until he complete what he doing where he at. That's the biggest mistake that people have. They move up too fast trying to do what somebody else want them to do, and then when they lose, everybody's going to talk about you. That's what happened to Roy Jones. Roy Jones moved up a weight, and then he started losing. Till he moved up, he was fine where he was. Frank Bruno, great or just good? Frank Bruno was good. He was a good fighter. Good movement, good hand-eye coordination, good jabs, good body work. Just time. Time catches everybody. How to be a man in a relationship. I don't know what that question is too open. It had me talking for 3 hours. You got to break it down. Explain how too much water can be harmful for oneself. You can get drunk on water. Too much water. I've known people to drink. I don't know people, but I've actually heard of people, read about people, watched interviews of people that drank so much water that their body wasn't flushing it out fast enough. And it's called water intoxication. Read up on it. I drink a gallon of water a day, but I split it up throughout the day. Hey, bro, what's your social security number? I don't have one. I ain't a human. When was the last time I felt most alive, man? And look, Malik Shaw, hey, look, the last time I felt the most alive, every time I wake up in the morning, but I even feel more alive when I take these long walks or these long runs. You know why? Because everything you own and everything you have, you left it back there. You left it behind. So when you're out running and you listening to music, I mean, I was listening, y'all know what Toosie, T-O-O-S-I, Toosie, or A. Marie, or, let me see, Toosie, A. Marie, No Cap. Those are the kind of people I listen to when I'm running. Because they tell me stories. And when I'm running, I'm just running, man. I'm out there on my own. I'm in good shape. I'm just running. I'm cutting down streets. People waving. I'm waving. But I try not to speak to people. I wear these goggle type bike glasses when I run. They blacked out, so you can't see whether I'm looking at you or not. Because a lot of people in my neighborhood, in my surrounding area, they know me from different things that I've done in my life, whether it was martial arts, boxing, sports, or my sons, whatever. And they speak to you and they try to talk to you. But, you know, when you're running and you walking, or you power walking or you running, you ain't trying to have a conversation with nobody about nothing unless they running with you. I ain't got time to stop and talk. So, man, I feel alive, man. When I walk outside, dude, it's like everything. I leave everything behind. I leave the house behind. I leave the cars behind. I leave the TV behind. I'm not thinking about nothing. It's just me. And I'm out there in the middle of nowhere. And I like that, bro. I really do. I really like that. It says, what do you think about not eating meat at all? I'm vegan, so I don't eat meat at all. I don't eat no kind of meat. I don't even like the plant-based meat. I mean, I've eaten it, but I don't really think I need something that tastes like something I used to love. I mean, that don't make a lot of sense. I'd rather just eat. I eat a bunch of vegetables, all kinds. I got a salad I'm gonna make today. I have uh, 2 protein bars. I got a plant-based protein shake, and I get the plant-based protein bars that don't have they have little or no sugar. And I eat peanuts, cashews, sunflower seeds, apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, cantaloupe, watermelon. Those are my favorites. But man, I don't eat no meat, and I'm good with it. I've been doing it now since 2014. Hey, about to go for your 4 mile run? Keep pushing. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that Eubank and Conor Benn fight in an hour. Mo Bean say you do boxing. Hey, look, congratulations, man. Keep pushing. Monster versus Javante. Different weight classes. Way different weight classes. You talking about a guy that's real small and having to come up to meet a guy that stays real big, according to the small guys. Nah, that's the wrong weight class. About 20 pounds, 30 pounds difference. And walk around weight. Just because a person can make weight for the fight, he ain't gonna fight at that weight when he climb in the ring. Who wins, Leonard or Mayweather Jr.? It depends. I mean, the fight game ain't the same as when Sugar Ray Leonard was in the fight game. The game didn't advance so much. Mayweather then took what his father and his uncle had and mastered it. I don't know. It'd be a good fight, though. Say, Unc, are you unemployed? People ask me that question all the time. Like, why does my job have to do with anything? I was a barber for over 40 years, but why does my job have to do with what I'm talking about? They ask me, am I unemployed, because they see me outside hitting the bag or they see me running down the street. Man, unemployed don't have nothing to do with what I talk about. I do wish you luck in your first boxing match. See, that's the typical unemployment routine, bro. Hey, look, life. People always worry about what you doing. Hey, look, how about I was rich and I ain't say nothing about it? You know, baby, I don't need no money. Maybe I don't want no money. Hey, look, you never know, but I don't look poor, do I? Y'all see me up here every single day. I don't feel poor. Hey, Bomac better not go to the UK with a gun. Hey, look, walking is the best, Gina Faye. It's the best. I'm telling you right now, when I'm walking, I ain't thinking about nothing. I used to tell my kids are now older and they out of the house now. I had a 33-year-old son, 31-year-old son, and a 27-year-old daughter. And they all out the house right now. But, bruh, I used to tell them when I go for a walk, don't nobody call me for nothing. Don't text me for nothing. Everything you want to tell me, you tell me before I leave. Because when I'm out there, I'm not thinking about nothing. I put the phone on silent and I'll turn the music on. DM Edits, what's up? Hey, look, Malik Shaw, you know the deal. Real Spell, Coach, Thanksgiving coming up. It's a cheat day. Man, I don't eat none of that stuff, bro. I'm vegan. Ain't no cheat day for me. It's maybe a cheat day for somebody. All my days are the same. So I know a lot of people that cheat on a cheat day, they end up in the hospital. So you get a free hospital day too. You know what I'm saying? You get high diabetic numbers day or high blood pressure day. Now I don't need none of them. So you're trying to get abs, but you're 12 though. Abs take time. And look, it's about, always remember, abs start in the kitchen. It's all about what you eat. So if you're eating too many, you say you're 12, so you're eating too many Snickers bars, Twix bars, honey buns, and now laters, you gotta put that down. You gotta eat chicken, unless you're vegan. You gotta eat chicken, you gotta eat vegetables. That's where you get that abs from. Abs start in the kitchen. No matter how many crunches you do, the abs start in the kitchen. Are you ex-military? Now, my eyes might show I've been through a lot, but no, I'm not ex-military. Unless you call the streets being in the war. I've been in that war. But hey, look, man, I appreciate still being here. That's what I appreciate. God saved my life, bro. Bottom line, and I ain't lying. But nah, I wish I was ex-military, man. I wanted to go in the Marines at 18 years old. I passed everything but the physical on the feet. They said I had flat feet, no arch on my left foot. They gave me what's called a permanent no enlistment. Then 2 years later, they started enlisting people. By that time, I was already in college and already opened up a barbershop. So, yeah. So my life went a different direction. I think God had a different plan for me. What do I embrace of modern technology? Besides a cell phone, absolutely nothing. I don't want to deal with none of this stuff. I don't have a car no more. We have a car in the house. My wife got a Jeep, but I don't have a car. The reason I don't have a car because I don't need one. I walk, bike, and run everywhere I go. And if I want to go somewhere that don't require walk, biking, or running, then I'll ride with the wife, or if she's at work, I'll catch an Uber. I don't want another car, and I can afford a car. I just don't want one. A car set in front of my house from 2020 to 2024 and got 500 miles on it in 4 years. That's because I didn't drive it. And it was a nice car. I'm just at the point right now where life is showing me something different. If y'all familiar with the word minimalist, well, that's kind of how my life is leaning. I'm leaning towards being a minimalist. I think I got too much stuff. I think I wasted too much of my time and too much of my money buying stuff that was unnecessary. So yeah, I'm trying to stay out of technology. I only use a phone because of what I got to use it for. Gary Antoine Russell versus Keyshawn Davis. That's a good fight, but I still go with Gary Russell. I don't know. Gary Russell just got a lot of experience from a lot of years, and he ain't ready to put it down yet. And all these fighters are ducking him for a reason. If Keyshawn want to step up and take that fight, it'll be a great fight. Say, rich is knowledge for sure, my brother. Believe it. Say, abs can't start in the kitchen. Yes, they can, but you must not have abs. That's all I'm going to say about that. I know where it come from, but we don't have to debate it. I could just show you my abs, and then you can show me your abs, and then we can determine who had the best solution to the problem. I don't eat vegetable seed oil. They said put fat on you, but I don't eat it. Say, Gina Faye, say, people think I'm unemployed, but what they don't know is I worked so hard in my youth and had my house paid off by age 36. I know I'm 47. Lots of money doesn't make you happy. Hey, you just said a mouthful there. Hey, look, I don't even answer those questions no more because people will be all up in your business. They won't ask you what sex you are. They gonna ask you how you like it. They gonna ask you, do you drink, coach? They was gonna go, I want to buy you a drink. Hey, look, man, no, please. We ain't gonna go through none of that. You know, I spent a whole lifetime. I started cutting hair at 15 years old. By 19, I was in the shop. By 24, I owned the shop. Hey, look, and I kept it all the way up until COVID. In 2009, my gym opened. And so I rocked that for a couple of years. And then I got out of that after 4.5 years and started teaching for another guy. And I've been in karate. I've been in a lot of stuff in my life, man. But look, money is not my problem. People are my problem. They said, what you like better? What they said, what you like better? People or dogs? Dogs. I like dogs better. I don't have a dog right now. I had a beagle, but my beagle got sick and he passed away about 2 years ago. But I want another dog. I just ain't got one yet. But dogs, man, because they don't talk back. Say, I'm extremely inspirational. Hey, look, man, I appreciate it. You got to understand something. When you've been chased, shot at, swung at, stabbed, called bad names, hung up on, and then all of a sudden you become famous, then you watch the world change on you, man. Hey, look, I was a bum. I was a thug coming up. But then I got lucky at 18 years old and signed for an independent record label. And then I became the man. And I'm going to tell you a story. I was driving down the street in a brand new car, and I had the top down. and I was driving, and I passed this girl that went to high school with me, and she was like a year behind me. And she saw me, and she started waving the car down. She's in the middle of the street doing like this. And I turned around and came back. I wouldn't know what she's talking about. She was like, no, I'm trying to holler at you. I'm trying to holler at you. I'm thinking, quickly I thought, I remember when I was in the 11th or 12th grade, and I put a note in your locker, and put my number on it, and then you put me on blast in front of everybody. I want nothing. But now all of a sudden, you know, they call me Coach Carl now, but back with my rap days, my name was Cool Carl. So they say, Cool Carl, yeah, he the man. I was on the radio, everything. I had a ball, man. That was my younger life. But that life is over now. I did that for 3.5 years. And then I opened up a recording studio for a couple of years, and I helped a lot of other people try to live out their dreams, making little demos and stuff around the neighborhood. But the thing was, man, I became popular. And because I became popular, I realized that the world changed for me. But I don't want that world. I want the world that hated me. I want the world that talked about me, because that's what I was used to. Now everybody want to be my friend. I'm like, hold up. But God do some crazy things in your life. They say tell God your plans and watch him laugh, because he got plans for you that you might not even think about. But yeah, man, so what did I study in college? Human services. Human services. I was in college, man, I did so much stuff at the same time. I was boxing, karate in college, and in barber school, all at the same time. I tried to figure that one out. I had a crazy schedule. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. Go to work, 11:30 at the barbershop. Work from 11:30 until 6. Went back to school, 6:30 to 9 at night. Certain days I ain't had school, I was at the dojo. Certain days I ain't had school, I was at the boxing gym. Man, I had a full life, but guess what? At that point in my life, I wasn't in the street. So at that point in my life, that's how I stayed out the street. I made a schedule that was so hard for me that I ain't had time to go see my homies. So what ended up happening, I moved out of a neighborhood that I grew up in, and I never went back. It was like 10 years before I even seen the street again. Say, not calling you a liar, but how do abs start in the kitchen when some people eat nothing but junk food like McDonald's and they bodybuilders? Hey, look. Hey, look. You ain't got to call me a liar. But let me just explain something to you, man. Look, it's kind of a long story, man, but I'm gonna try to sum it up for you. I really am. I ain't got but 11% left on this phone, but I'm gonna try to sum it up for you. A lot of bodybuilders ain't healthy. And you seeing bodybuilders, man, that's got these huge chests and these huge arms and this huge belly. That's because they've been eating at McDonald's. It's a bodybuilder. I can't think of his name. Maybe somebody up here will know his name. C.T. Fletcher. C.T. Fletcher. Check him out. Look at his story. They tell you about why people eat at McDonald's and what it does to the body. If you want to have the real abs, the right way, don't go to McDonald's and get nothing to eat. Cook your food at home. And that's why I say it all starts in the kitchen, because you cannot outwork a bad diet. Oh, yes, a whole lot of people, but you got to remember, this is a long story, and you don't want to hear the whole story. But most of these bodybuilders that you see on TV flexing these huge muscles look like the Hulk, them guys on steroids. That's what it is, plain and simple. Everybody will tell you that, it ain't just me. Are you familiar with drinking food grade hydrogen peroxide for health? Nah, I don't mess with that. I heard about different things that you can drink, but I mean, look, just do the right thing with the stuff that you got. Say he's probably got a beer belly. Maybe he might be in shape. I don't know. But we just gonna leave it at that. But them bodybuilders y'all be seeing, don't try to emulate their lifestyle. Some people got a high metabolism. They can eat a bunch of junk and still look like they're in shape until you test them. You know, I had a friend of mine. He was 63 years old back in 2009, so I don't know how old he is, how old he would have been now. But his name, we used to call him Red. He had freckles on his face. We call him Red. He was a former Marine. And one day, he came into the barber shop, and he told me, he said, this could be the last time I see you. So I was like, okay, well, when you go back home or something? He said, no, they're going to put me in hospice. So I was like, hospice? That means you about to die. He was like, yep. I said, but man, you look good. There's nothing wrong with you. He said, look on the inside. Let that be your story. He said, look on the inside. Everything on the inside is all screwed up. was in the Marines, did 20-some years in the Marines, got out and had a good life, and he just was doing everything wrong. He was using drugs, he was drinking, he was eating bad, and he was in shape though, but on the inside, everything was all wrong. Said, what's a great substitute for bread? Tortillas. Tortillas. I don't eat bread either. Let's see. So the price that most people will pay for abs is a bony and old-looking face. Maybe. Depends on how you do it. And look, it is what it is. The price that people are going to pay for steroids is a crazy look. A bunch of pimples all over your face at 60 years old. Yeah, look. Hey, look, that's their life. I got something to do different with mine. But look, I got 6% and I ain't got to have enough juice to go ahead and take a shower and listen to some music while I take it. But look, peep this. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I thank y'all for the conversation. Everybody that's up here, some people are a little bit more special than others. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But keep pushing, keep working, keep trying. Stop lying. If that's anything to be said. But look, with that being said, once again, it's your boy Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28, and I'm going to catch y'all again in about 2 days max. All right? In about an hour, this video is going to come out, so make sure y'all get up here and see y'all favorite parts. And make sure you tell a friend. And make sure y'all keep hitting the subscribe button, the like button, the notification icon so I can be notified every time I drop a new video. Once again, it's your boy Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28, and I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side, because right about now, your boy is out.